What if I told you that defending a billion-dollar warship from a swarm of enemy drones doesn't take a multi-million-dollar missile? What if, instead, it costs about the same as your morning coffee? Yeah, it sounds like science fiction, but it's not anymore. I know, it sounds a little crazy, right? But this is the new reality of the battlefield we're going to break down today. We are talking about technology that is completely flipping the script on the brutal mathematics of modern warfare. I mean, just look at this. It's absolutely staggering. On one side, you have a $3 million interceptor missile. On the other, a beam of pure energy that costs about $1 to fire. This isn't just some small detail. This economic gap is the whole story.
So to really get why a $1 shot is such a revolution, you first have to understand the problem it's solving. And it's a huge one. It's basically an unwinnable math problem, a tactical nightmare that is keeping military planners up at night.
Okay, so picture this. You're on the deck of a warship, or you're protecting a critical radar station on the ground. All of a sudden, the sky just fills up with hundreds, maybe even thousands, of small, cheap, expendable drones all coming right for you. It's not one single threat, it's a tidal wave.
And that's their real power. See, they're cheap. They're mass-produced. The goal isn't even to sink a carrier with one shot. Nope. The goal is to overwhelm you, to get past your defenses and hit one tiny, critical, vulnerable spot, like a radar's cooling unit. But the real strategy? It's to make you burn through your incredibly expensive missiles, literally bleeding your treasury and your arsenal dry.
And here it is. This is the heart of the problem. You are forced to use a $3 million weapon to shoot down a $3,000 drone. Even if you hit every single one, which is unlikely, you will run out of missiles long before they run out of drones. It is, quite simply, a brutal, unwinnable math problem.
So, how do you possibly break that deadly economic cycle? Well, the solution is finally here. It's moving from the pages of sci-fi novels right onto the front lines. Say hello to directed energy weapons.
So, what are we talking about here? A directed energy weapon, or a DEW for short. It doesn't fire a physical projectile, like a bullet or a missile. Instead, it shoots a highly focused beam of energy, think lasers or microwaves, to damage or just completely obliterate a target from a distance.
And let me be perfectly clear. This is not some far-off, futuristic concept. The U.S. military is actively deploying these systems on ships and ground vehicles right now to counter this exact threat. This is happening.
Okay, so this is the crucial part. How this tech fundamentally changes the entire game. It's not just a new type of weapon. It's a whole new philosophy of defense. And it's built on a mind-blowing concept, a nearly infinite magazine. The difference is just fundamental. Think about it. Traditional missile launchers are limited by how many missiles you can physically stuff into them. Once those tubes are empty, you're sitting duck. But directed energy weapons, they don't use physical ammo. As long as you've got power, as long as that generator's running, you can just keep on firing.
One analyst put it perfectly, and this really hits the nail on the head. The entire strategic focus shifts. It's no longer about who has the most missiles stacked up, it's about who has the biggest generator. Now, there are basically two main flavors of this tech. You've got high-power microwaves, which you can think of as a huge, invisible, electrified net. You just sweep it across the sky, and it fries the electronics of an entire drone swarm all at once. Then you have the high-energy lasers. These are more like a giant, digitally aimed magnifying glass, focusing an intense beam to burn right through a single target with terrifying precision. So this isn't just some new tactic. It is completely rewriting the strategic reality of the battlefield, and its impact is being felt way beyond just defending ships at sea. That's right, they're not just putting these on ships anymore. This technology is being integrated directly into ground vehicles. A perfect example is the Army's next-generation M1E3 Abrams tank. They realized pretty quickly that just adding more armor wasn't going to cut it anymore.
You know, the old way was simple. If you're getting hit, just slap more heavy armor on it. But that just makes tanks too heavy, too expensive, and too slow. So the new philosophy is to actually reduce the weight and integrate an internal active protection system. It's basically creating a digital force field that can use things like high-powered microwaves to fry incoming drones before they even get close.
And really, this all boils down to the ultimate takeaway. The future of warfare has been rewritten. Victory isn't necessarily going to go to the side with the fastest jet or the thickest armor. It's going to belong to the side that wins the economic battle, the side that can neutralize the enemy's overwhelming numbers for the lowest possible cost. But of course, no technology ever exists in a vacuum.
The arrival of directed energy? Well, it's not the end of the story. It's just the next move in the perpetual cat-and-mouse game of military technology.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Is this the end for traditional air defense missiles? Are they obsolete? Or is the next move for drones to simply evolve with things like microwave-resistant shielding? The one thing we know for sure is that this arms race is far from over.